Long ago, the world of Elshant was rich and bountiful, brimming with life and magic. The light from the goddess of fire had long ago cast away the dark-born gods beneath the earth, and for the thousands of years that followed, countless empires and civilizations rose to call this land home. It was a time of peace and prosperity for humanity. But that period came to a close in the blink of an eye, and all that was left was the Fallow. Only drifters are able to withstand the corrupting nature of the Fallow and stop it from consuming the rest of the world. There are some people that believe all is doomed and there's nothing left to fight for, but others still hold on to the hope that the world can be saved from becoming nothing more than a distant echo of itself.
Welcome everyone to another exciting episode of Echoes of the Drifter. Hopefully you have been keeping up with the news, with the streams and the videos, but if you haven't, this is what happened last session. Our heroes, our drifters, return from the mountains of the fairies. After saving this, holy place known as Arluin Mountain, they gather some mysterious notes out of apparently drifter guy known as Harland. They also defeated the Sisters of the Dark Song. Upon investigating, they realize that it's a cult revolving around eliminating magic from the world. But meanwhile, turns out Zoe's getting sick for an unknown reason. After making their way back from Arluin Mountain, they return to the streets of Baxifel, where they split the party. Zoe goes with Varuna to Karen's alchemy shop, and after a little bit of your yearly medical appointment, turns out that Zoe has drifter sickness, and her blood is infected by the Fallow. It has mutated her claws to now do poison damage that reduces the healing of their enemies. And now we figure out that if Zoe continues on this path, she will get stronger. But the sickness will take a greater toll on her physicality. Meanwhile, Eustace and Lance, they're trying to figure out who is helping the cult of the Dark Song here on the streets of Baxifel. They recruit the help of Isla, the very smart, the very cunning one, and they ran into a pair of drifters that are like hiding their mana. They're suppressing it. After talking to them a little bit, they get to know Rhythm, the leader of the Stone and Star adventuring drifter party. An adventuring party works as well. And after a conversation, they agree to meet each other again to discuss joining forces on an incoming quest. The party reunites and heads out for Melusius' bathhouse. There, they have some bonding moments between each other. You gotta go and watch it. It was pretty sick. My favorite dialogue of them all. And it's there when they revive a fairy by using the powers of the magical healing waters that are on this bathhouse. Melon is his name, apparently. Unscripted. Now the fairy named Melon, she summoned the Wind Fairy King. Now, the Wind Fairy King appeared in front of everyone. Eustace and Lance, they think it might be some sort of like enemy attack or something like that. And they show up naked to the bathhouse. Pretty cool. Funny as well. But after things calm down, they finally get a chance to speaking with the Fairy King. He explains he is enraged with this drifter that goes by the name of Harlan or Harnshant, according to Zoe, and he wants revenge. in exchange for bringing him to fairy justice, he offers a fairy companion to the party and the power of his ability to allow you, our beautiful player, to change your build once you get this power. The party then finalizes their bonding moments on the bathhouse. They go back to run by fairies kind of like tavern known as Lily's Rest. There, they talk among each other and they meet with Kohen, who stayed back to recollect the moss that we need to give Charon in order to complete our current quest. Then, the rest of the Stone and Star party shows up. We're introduced to these new characters as they explain to us that they are planning to go to a nearby town where some strange monster attacks are happening and where apparently there is an ancient tower known as the Bleeding Spire that appears to be the cause of some Fallow corruption happening in that area. They agree to go in there together, join forces as allies, and they bet on whoever can kill more monsters than the other party will take 75% of the loot, or go into a date with Varuna. Still at work. Finally, our party begins to hang out for the night as Lance and Kohen have a conversation. Kohen thinks that it's suspicious that a member of the Night Spears is working by himself here in this town and might think he has to do something with the Dark Sun cult. So they formulate a plan to find some sort of chisme, some sort of clues to incriminate this guy, bring him to justice, and as everybody goes respectively into the bedrooms during the night, Kohen knocks on your door, Lance, at around 12 midnight. Lance, you hear a knock on the door. May I come in?
Yeah, come in.
Kohen enters the room, his dark cape, moves across the shadows, closes the door behind him. Well, are you ready for this?
Yeah. So, walk me through the plan again.
Okay. Me and Zoe will work on a distraction. We'll try to get as many of the guards' attention to us that will allow you and Eustace to sneak in. You'll try to find some sort of proof that your old friend, what was his name? Liam, right?
Yes.
Has something to do with the Sisters of the Night Song. Once you find him, you give us a signal. We'll break the fight. And then, moments later, I'll teleport him to an unknown location where Varuna will interrogate him.
Alright. Then, all that's left is to wait the others. And I've got to convince Eustace that this is a good idea.
Very well. I'll talk to Varuna and... Do you want to take care of Zoe?
Sure. I'll talk to her after Eustace.
Sounds good. And he closes the door behind him. As you're left alone in your room, Lance, what do you do?
He sits there thinking for a minute before heading out to knock on Eustace's door.
As you open a door in front of you, Lance, and you begin to walk through the corridors, you hear footsteps. What do you do? Coming in your direction.
Coming in my direction. I'm gonna try and keep to the shadows for now. Like, as nonchalant as possible, I'm just gonna like kind of like kick up against a door or a wall and just watch them go by. Act natural,
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
Shit. The only check I'm not good
Motherfucker.
at. 29.
You kind of like find this space that is like before the like isn't like the archway of a door, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty thick space. You can like hunch yourself in there. There's like no light coming your way. You put your scarf on top of your mouth, cover your breath as you listen to these two walking across the corridor. Do you really think Riddle has a good idea bringing these guys in? Well, I don't know. We'll have to see if there will be good allies or not. Yeah, I don't know. Bringing new guys working like this. I mean, what do we really know about these guys? I've never heard of this Bex 100 before. Well, I guess we'll have to figure it out. And they pass right through you, Lance.
Talking behind my back? That's my job to them. God damn it. As I see them go by, I make my way to Eustace's room.
Eustace, someone knocks on your door.
Room service?
I would never order room service. He groans, gets out of bed, pushes open the door. But and the guys in it. Hello, Lance.
Hey, we got a mission to take care of.
At this time of night.
Well, it's kind of the type of mission that you need to do in the night, and we kind of talked about it a bit at the table, but I'm gonna need your help to search some guy's apartment.
It's the right thing to do, but Lance, we have to talk about how this sort of work is conducive to the type of man you appear to be. He gestures to you up and down.
Look, it just so happens that in this situation, I may be perfectly suited for this exact line of work, but if there's a chance that this guy is a part of this cult, then you've got a good eye. I don't want to miss anything while I'm searching.
Then I told you I'd do it. I worry about, I don't want people to draw assumptions. Some people do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I see that.
Alright, let me grab my things. Be outside in 10.
Alright, 10. I'll go wake up Zoe while you do that.
Alright. Step back in, close the door.
Waking up Zoe's been hard today, dude. I don't know.
Honestly, it's always hard.
So, Maruna, you get to tell me whether or not you will be waking up by this or not. Eustace always is awake, but as you know, someone knocks on the door on Varuna's room. What does she do?
So Verena's already awake. She was sort of like resting fitfully, but she's fully awake now. She is sitting on her bed with a robe and a hood over her head, like she's prepared and ready to go. And she is reading a book, a familiar-looking book, with a purple leather cover on the front.
You hear a knock on the door, and you hear kind of like in a whispering kind of voice, Cohen's voice, and he says, "Marona, can I come in?"
You can very faintly hear the snap of the book closing as she stuffs it back in her bag. Yes, Cohen, the door's open.
The door opens, and you see Cohen looks from side to side before he enters.
There's no one else in here but me.
And as he closes the door behind him, he says, "We have a bit of a mission tonight. Lance told me you could be of help, interrogating someone. You don't
Yes,
strike me as the interrogated, yes?"
I remember us talking about it around the table very briefly.
Very well. I use for skill then. Let me let you in into the plan. And he gives you all of the details. What do you think?
She stands up and she like brushes off the front of her dress. Whatever you need, you can rely on me.
I appreciate it. I already talked to a homeowner near the place where this guy stays. You'll have a room, and when the time is right, I'll teleport him right into you. We will have to find a way to scare him off, and then you do your thing. The rest will join you later.
She kind of thinks for a moment, sort of like absorbing what he's saying. Very well. If scaring him off is what you would prefer to do, that can be done.
Perfect. And one more thing.
Are you sure
He
you don't
takes
just
off.
want me to put him to sleep instead?
That works as well. However you see best. And here, have this. And he puts a box in front of you. And as you open it, you see the box contains the moss that you need for Charon's quests. I think you should have this.
Thank you. I appreciate you getting this for us. She's gonna gather it up and like wrap it up in a cloth, like a towel or something, and stuff it into her bag.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get out of here. We should meet with the rest outside.
By
He
all
opens the
means, lead
door.
the way.
He leads you outside. As Lance, you knock into Zoe's room.
Zoe,
Where are we?
Zoe, we need your help for the heist, remember?
The what?
Okay, I grab Zoe by the shoulders. Look, I'm gonna explain it to you real fast, okay? I need you to go make a distraction with Kohen. So basically, you two fight. Now, the important thing about this is you have to make it believable.
I would destroy him.
Perfect. But maybe go a little bit easier on him.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. Just a little bit though. We don't want it unrealistic. He would never ever win. In a million years.
Okay.
But while you're distracting them, me and Eustace are gonna look for the evidence that the guy's part of the cult, and then Varuna's gonna interrogate him for any answers of questions that we need. You okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks, Zoe. We're all meeting outside.
So you want me to go outside and fight him?
Well, maybe not straight away. You two can discuss that, but I'm sure you'll have a signal where you can start the fight.
Okay.
Okay. Good job. Good job.
Wait, I'm coming.
Yeah, you might. Oh wow, you really don't have to grab anything. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, is it alright? Where everything?
And I'm gonna say that everybody, you guys groups together outside in Pacific streets. Give it a second. You begin to walk through the streets until Kohen leads you guys to kind of like the outskirts of town. There is this like manor, kind of like 3 stories tall, and you see this kind of like an U-shaped building. You see there is like guards in the entrances, and you see guards with torches kind of like walking and patrolling, moving from like side to side. um, and then as you guys kind of like wait from like a corner of a building down the street, you're like looking down at the manor. Coin points towards kind of like a candlelight lit room on the second floor, and he says, "That's our target."
All right. So, I guess first you guys have to do the distraction. But where's Varuna gonna be held up?
He moves everybody's attention to a house that is like across the street. You guys see this kind of like run down looking building that seems to be under construction. And he points towards kind of like a finished room, but it doesn't have any plaster on the walls. It's just like very rough construction work here. And she points to you, Aruna, to third floor on that construction building, and he says, "That's your spot."
So let me catch up. It's a building that seems to be under construction, and he's pointing me to the
Yeah.
3rd floor.
Yeah, he points you to a room in the third floor
Okay.
that is looking across the street.
So if it's
The
under
waterman.
construction, does that mean am I still expecting for there to be people there?
The place for where you're looking seems abandoned.
Okay. When he points it out to her, she's just gonna give like a single nod, and she is going to first fucking disappear from fucking sight. And they don't know if she goes that way or not, but it's presumed that she does.
I don't know if she will go that way or not, but I
Okay.
presume she does.
Oh,
You know,
Motherfucker.
I would hope so. Right.
All right. All right, Lance. Tell us when you're ready, and we'll start.
I look at Eustace and give him a nod.
If that.
There we go. We're ready.
All right. Come with me, Zoe. I'll cue you in.
He's gonna die.
I'm gonna tap Zoe on the shoulder as I leave. Go easy on him, okay?
Wait, am I just walking with him casually, and then how's that gonna be a believable fight?
I'm
I-
sure he'll say something stupid enough to get you to punch him.
Okay. I'll go easy on him. Eustace.
Yeah, don't hurt him too bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Good luck.
my hand out.
You
He's so
two
dead.
head out a little
so-
bit,
he's so
a
dead.
couple of paces, And then so you see that he pulls those kind of like bandolero black masks that go over the eyes, you know, like those like cartoon rover masks. He puts it on, ties it to the back of his head, and he says, "All right, I heard this in a story. I'll play the villain and you play the valiant hero. Okay? I make some crazy speech about you and then challenge you to a fight."
Okay. What do I do with this big axe behind me?
Well, you brought a big axe behind you.
It's my weapon, so if we're gonna pretend to fight,
You do know how to handle that thing, right? You're just not kill me and split me in half or anything, right? We're pretending.
of course.
Very well. He finishes tying up his mask and he misty steps across the street, kind of like on a light post, right? So he's standing there. There is like a light coming through him through the moon, and then he says,
Whoa,
says
is that tuxedo mask?
he sighs. Yes, it is I, Tuxedo Mask. I never expected you to come here. But I guess this will be our final showdown. You see that some guards begin to pop their heads out of the manor. I see that you have come seeking revenge for your burned village, hero.
I am. How dare you hurt my village?
The path before me lies with the death of the Sula people. Better than you have tried and failed. But if you think I will go easy on you, and he summons a staff on his hands, I will not.
That staff. You're a mage.
That's right. It is I, Tuxedo, the Dark Sorcerer. And he summons shards of magic missiles to be launched at you.
Oh no. You're gonna hurt me.
So you gave a performance check with advantage.
Hell yeah, with advantage. Listen to this performance.
I'm engrossed.
You see that Kohen looks at you and says, "Looks like I will have to." And he goes full and summons double the amount of magic missiles, and he just starts throwing them all across the entire place. And just like explosion after explosion, pa 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 pa, all around you, Zoe.
If he's not actually gonna hit me, I'm not even gonna move. You missed. I don't think that.
By the gods! How are you this fast?
I didn't even move. Yeah,
You're so
you should
fast.
try again.
And you see, under his breath, he goes, "Oh, Zoe, please." And he casts magic missile again, and he shots directly at you, Zoe. So he shoots in your direction, and he is going to deal. Let's see how much damage. You're gonna take 6 points of damage as he shots you. Clouds of smoke here at the ground as he summons a next barrage of magic missiles. Do you see the guards see this fight going on and they begin to like march down from the manor? What did you do, Zoe?
So he only shoots one volley at me.
He shoots one volley and then he prepares the next one.
So when he shoots that volley at me, I
Say, blade arch, deflect.
and I just like Goku slaps fucking key blasts into the ground. I'm just standing there holding a giant axe with one hand. And then my other hand, I'm just slapping them to the ground. Magic missiles.
You like just slap him to the ground and you see that he casts levitate on himself and then he begins to fly around the shooting magic missile still against your deflect just to show, you know, and just to pretend as you're like standing there. And he says, "Ha! I didn't expect it less from you, hero!" And as he flies into the distance around you. What do you say before we cut into the next scene?
I hit them with my axe.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll and see.
Non-lethal,
No leave.
but with reckless.
Okay. That hits.
And I'll re-roll the 4.
Yeah.
So I do 28 damage.
Okay. So, Zoe, you launch forward with your giant axe. You see Cohen's evil smile disappear off his face as he says, wait. He casts shield on it. Your cut goes through the shield. And you drop him to 0 ping points. As he falls to the ground, unconscious. That's where we're gonna cut. To this too.
So he's dead, right?
I really wish you'd listen to me sometimes.
Alright, let's get in. Let's get in here. I think we need to finish this before he bleeds out.
Yeah, especially because we need him to cast spells.
Alright, I try the classic tech. Is the door open?
I thought they always check the knob.
It is not open.
Alright, I will lock pick it.
Beat it up.
Defeated at the first hurdle.
Victory is there.
We have to. Okay, my tools are not working, but it's just an ability check.
Yeah.
Does
Land.
12 do it?
The
proficient.
lock is giving you
Damn.
some problems as you see some guards and rushing down towards the outside. You hear, "Hey, I think there's trouble outside. Some sort of villain fight is going on." And then whoosh.
Wait, they go.
Hmm.
Would a 14 do it, by the way? Because I have the proficiency, but I don't have.
Oh, a 14 does it. You
Okay.
in the end managed to open the lock.
Alright, there's a villain fight going on, so we need to get out of here.
As you guys enter this room, you see that it's like a queen-size bedroom. And you see what seems to be like a desk on the corner, a wardrobe. You also guys see that this room has like its own bathroom attached to it. And it has kind of like just like a sofa or like a little like small living room inside with like a sofa and 2 chairs and like a dinner table with a coffee still hot inside.
Oh, it's so hot.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
He just left.
There you go. Like before we did this, would 4 hours have passed for my long rest? Because I only need 4 hours.
Yes,
No.
4 hours would have passed, yeah.
Okay, in that case, I would have long rested and I can cast Pass Without a Trace on us both.
Mhm.
We double check. I also might have long rest.
I'm stupid.
I also long rest because I also only need 4 hours. Bye bye.
Let's go. Alright. We should make our way through and be extra careful.
Alright.
So, what do you guys investigate first?
All crimes. Start in the bathroom. I'm checking there.
Alright, Eustace, you go to the bathroom. Where do you go, Lance?
You know, people come down, they get their meal, they sit and they have their coffee and they put it under their like coffee table in like the drawers and shit.
Oh.
I'm gonna check like the drawers around the coffee table and that kind of place.
Alright. So, both, right? Roll me investigation checks.
So good at this.
Find
We're-
every secret he ever had.
I'm
Lance, you are expertly just like going through all of his stuff here in the drawer. You find his personal things, you know, some undies from this guy. You
This scoundrel.
you find a couple of pictures of his wife and his son. Yeah, not pictures, but like little paintings he has.
Mhm.
You find his stash of money. Like it's like a little tiny pouch with gold inside.
I'll leave it on top of the table, but I need to find if he's a criminal first.
Take a little table. And
Eustace
as you
will remember this.
examine everything, you with that not 20, I'm gonna say that you're just like normally going through it, you know, just rummaging through stuff, and then you thought, huh, maybe this guy has like a secret compartment or something, and you look for like secret compartments on this stuff, but you don't find any. But you relay that information to Eustace. As Eustace, you're just going to the bathroom. You go for the easy suspect, you know, like the box behind like the glass, you know, the mirror and shit like that. But when Lance says that, Eustace, you start feeling that there might be something inside of this room. Yes, and you don't find nothing specifically, kind of like happening on the furniture itself, but you found a drop of ink on the ground, on the tiles of this bathroom, and in that moment you know that there must be some sort of written stuff happening in this bathroom, but you haven't figured out where yet.
Wait, there's some sort of what going on with him?
Some, you know, somebody wrote something here or have something with ink on it, and a drop of ink landed on the ground. Yeah.
I see. They're casting spells from the bathroom.
What do you do?
I think spells in the bathroom. How'd I even determine? Fucking hell. I guess I would check the floor, leading in and out of the bathroom for any more ink droplets, and I guess I would also check like the drawers in the bathroom to see if he like put the paper in there.
So, Eustace, you can like follow the trails of ink, and you see that they lead towards the bathroom. Okay, someone had something with ink on it, and it went from the main room into the bathroom. And as you looking into the drawers, you don't find something remarkable other than just like some pills, just made out of some sort of paste. You find like a brush and a cup of water. Nothing really remarkable, but you're positive that they are somewhere in this bathroom. And as that is going on, both roll me perception checks.
I'm better at this one.
I'm still fucking amazing.
We're going crazy.
I'm really not helping my my reputation to Eustace right now. I'm just an expert at this.
we have to worry about your image, Lance. He is the best burglar I've ever seen.
You both immediately react to the sound of clank, clank, clank. Armor is coming. As you guys hear a voice approaching this very room, what do you guys do?
Okay. To clarify, this is a single apartment. There's no like second floor. There's just the rooms. Okay.
Is there a wardrobe?
There is a wardrobe. I'm
getting fucking in that wardrobe right now.
Is there a shower?
There is a shower.
Oh my god! I'm gonna scream this guy.
If only the skeleton got in the closet.
But I gotta stab him with a knife through the shower curtain. I get in the shower, and I pull the curtain in front of me.
You both hide. As you see a guard enters and he says, "Liam, there's trouble happening." He knocks on the door. What? You're not supposed to leave his room like this. He sneaks inside. "Liam, are you here? There's some trouble happening outside." He looks around. Dead silence. He, from the wardrobe, Lance, you see that he grabs his greatsword and he has get ready to draw it. As he gets inside of his room, he walks the wardrobe, where you were researching before, and he goes, "Who will leave his money out like this?" And he kind of takes it, and you see that he pockets it and goes I'll give him this later. You should make the situation. And then he walks in the direction. "Liam, you in the bathroom." He goes and knocks on the door.
The door's unlocked. I didn't lock it. I pulled the curtain shut and I'm laying down.
And he opens it. "Do you fell asleep in the shower again?" And Lance, you see that he's reaching towards the shower curtains to open it. His arm is reaching for it. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to sneak behind him to knock him out.
This motherfucker is... he's going above and beyond for his job.
Alright, what do you do? How do you knock him out?
My plan is to sneak behind him and kind of summon both of my daggers and smack him in the temple with the hilts.
Go ahead and roll me some attacks.
May I engage in sneak attack because I am hidden?
You may sneak in the heat attack and you may have advantage as well.
Would you look at that? If only I had 19. Oh! Wait, let me roll my sneak. Oh. 2d6.
Okay. I'm gonna let you know right now, Lance. You
Yes.
can go above his maximum hit points.
I okay.
Well, he said non-lethal.
I
Not
did say
lethal,
no.
right?
I
Okay.
non-lethally overkill it.
Okay. I'm gonna let you know right now. If this was non-lethal, he's ultra dead.
Okay. Yes. Thank
But
God.
as you go and you hit him in the back of the, he goes like, "Mighty 12," and he just lands to his side. His head with his helmet hits the side of the wall, and there is like a little bit of commotion as it moves the tiles around. Some of those tiles fall to the ground as he falls unconscious.
I was thinking for a second the tiles were gonna reveal the truth.
I thought the exact same thing. I slowly pull open the shower curtain. I'm just holding a frying pan in one hand. And I guess that works.
I'm not good at this, I swear. And I take the pouch of money from
Look at the unconscious man as you as you take the money. Whatever you say, we can talk about this later.
And you guys take a look at the wall, and you guys found there is like an empty space in between the bathroom wall, and you see a little tiny safe box that was hidden by some tiles.
God damn it, it was the truth.
It was. Oh my God,
I'm not good at this.
I look at him. It clearly he was not there when I was in here. Sure, kid. Take my hand and pull out whatever's in the safe deposit box.
Yeah. You guys pull out like this tiny metal box. It is locked, you know. You see a pretty complex mechanism, Lance, that you, from your backstory, remember.
Oh.
Yeah. You remember when you were learning, kind of like how to do this. You remember a friend of yours was very fond of lock picking and everything that had to do with him. And you remember him saying that these type of lock picks or these type of locks were the most difficult ones to do. And if you make one screw up, you will have to restart again all over. And you will have to meet a DC of 18 to crack this one open.
I crack my neck. I knew a friend. He said these were really easy. Pass it over.
Alright. Head it to him.
I'm just gonna roll. Roll. 1d20 plus 2. No, plus 7.
There we go.
And then hold. Hold.
Hold.
The psionic dire.
And sorry, I get you die. And I roll 1d6, and if as long as I get a 2, no, 3.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ooh.
And then I use my inspiration. Okay. And then he's actually the easiest fucking box in the world.
He's
Not
crazy.
It's not even a
What?
challenge as the luck.
Why am I so good at this?
Just as you see Lance crack this safe open with such expertise, you begin to worry about your own safety.
Oh, I'm worried about many. I'm saying worry. I'm thinking about many things. Just like watch break open this obvious, very complicated lock.
let me just look inside.
Lance, as you take a look inside, you see a bunch of papers. And you see a bigger pouch of gold. The one that you had before, that one had 500 silver, so about 10 gold, right?
Okay.
This one has 2,500 silver. Mm-hmm. So around a pretty sizable amount of gold. Right next to it, you see a bunch of letters, handwritten letters. And as you pick them up, this is what you read.
More.
received your message, my lord. I already took care of the cultist and got him connected with the drifter. Although I gotta inform you, I found him. I'm sending you his location and the faces and descriptions of the members of his party. I hope this is enough for me to earn the reward on his head. Signs L for Liam. And then you close that note, moves the next one, and you see it's a note from a different person. This one addressing him. And as you read, it says, everything is ready, and make sure nobody finds out. The guards will be in top alert, but go to this location. Everybody there has been paid off and is under payroll. They will help you. Take some of the runners and use them to transport the crystal unnoticed. And use the underground tunnel to get him into the mountain passage. You close the letter slants.
I mean, looks like we found our guy.
Yep.
Said something about like a meetup location and a drifter party. Well, we've done our part. I guess we need to find out where he is for the interrogation, right?
Yeah, hopefully we can answer those questions with enough vigorous interrogation. Do it find him though.
In that moment, you guys hear more footsteps. You hear, I have no idea what was going on. Like, the guy was taken out in one swing. A lot of talk for a guy of that power. I guess it wasn't that big of a big shot. Yeah, I mean, I wonder what's going on outside, but hey, why is my room open? And Lance, you take a look outside where Kohen is supposed to be, looking, ready to cast spells, and you just look at a puff of smoke as then as it clears out, Kohen is unconscious on the ground. And so is there. With a bunch of like missiles, like destruction around her, and she's unscathed, just holding her great axe. What do you guys do?
Okay. Change of plan. Kohen fucking sucks at his job.
He says that as he fucking leaves the room. Well, gosh, I really thought she'd listen to me this time.
I mean, he's not dead, so I think that was listening. I think he's coming in. What do we do?
He'd rather be in here, so we know where he is, right? Unless we just want to take him right here. Without going.
We could try and knock him out, but then we need to transport him across the street.
He could knock him out, go wake up Kohen, and then have him teleport the unconscious body.
Alright, well, it seems like either way we're knocking him out.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm doing the classic way to keep this quiet. I go grab a pillow. I put my gun against the pillow.
Hey, DM.
The movie certified silencer.
Yeah. Yes, Marina?
I think now is a good time for me to say it, that Verna did not go into the building. She kind of, after she turned invisible, she scoped around it a little bit, but she stayed outside to watch and make sure that she didn't need to step in or anything. I feel like now might be a good time to low-key do that.
Okay.
So can I say that when Tweedledee and Tweedledum step into the house, the guard and the guard, can I cast silence so that way they can do their shit, and if they make noise, it's not a big deal?
Oh, you wanna cast silence inside of the room? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. That works.
After they step into it, mind you.
What is the duration on silence, though? That's a big question.
I'm reading. It's concentration, and I'm not seeing a specific when it ends.
I got you. I'll look it up.
I think it was 1 minute.
I'm not seeing it. I see its
It is
range. I see
10
how
minutes.
big it is. It's 10
Oh,
minutes.
it
Okay.
is 10 minutes. Okay.
That should be enough time.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is enough time. As I'm gonna say, you cast that spell. Eustace and Lance, you're discussing how to do this, and then suddenly, you guys feel mana around you, and as you're talking, suddenly no sound comes from your mouths. As your mouth opens, and you guys see that your mouth opening, but nothing comes out of it.
I suddenly looked very alarmed. I do like a thumbs up or like a thumbs down. And I go back and forth looking at him.
I start looking into the box like something's gone wrong, and then I just shrug and then like motion the pillow thing.
Okay, I point at the pillow and I nod and I want to peek out the window, make sure they're still coming in.
Yeah, they're still coming in, and they just like, they reach the frame of the room, and as soon as they get there, I will say the range is enough so that sound doesn't come out of their mouths, and they begin to talk, but nothing comes out, and they get surprised themselves, and you see how both draw their weapons, They step into the room. Guys, do your thing. You gotta meet and collectively do 32 points of damage.
I'm pretty sure we can do that.
32. Alright.
As in split? We have to split the damage, or we just both have to do 32 damage total?
Total. You have to do 32 damage total.
I'm pretty sure we can do that pretty easily.
Yeah. I'll go with the high AC one first, and then I'll let you guys know if you miss anything.
Do we gain advantage or?
You do
Is there
have
a-
advantage because you're hitting, and I don't think I can roll above a 25 against you. Less than a 20, which is crazy. Ooh, we start strong.
And then the 2d6.
5 minus 8.
My first hit is 15.
Okay, 15. So 32 minus 15. So that one hits. We're still missing 17 points of damage.
Alright. Or are you still going? Still.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit them with the wind's reply. I should have beat advantage.
Yeah. So
Um,
that one's gonna miss.
Bastard.
oh, forgot my fucking order of certain things, but that's fine. I think it was the first one, unfortunately,
It was the first one. Okay.
because
No,
I rolled.
you know
a
what?
bad-
DM intervention. It's an at 20.
Okay, perfect.
What a homie.
Was 5. I don't know why it didn't roll damage, but
Yeah.
15 more.
15 more.
30.
Okay, we're missing 2. Got anything else?
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, go ahead.
I mean, I do. I could do this. I could do Fury,
Yeah.
and that's.
I haven't attacked yet, so.
I know. Yeah, they're dungeon.
All right. Eustace, you get ready to participate. You have gone against the pillow. And imagine like the door is like, you're covering yourself with the door, getting ready to shot at their like distance, through it. And then suddenly you feel, the vibration of something hidden against those doors. And as the door slowly moves away, revealing, Lance just knocked the shit out of these two men. They're unconscious on the ground, and he is just too good at this for some reason. Think of that as you may.
I have like one arm holding the pillow against the door softly, and the pistol like pressed against the pillow, and then the door is slowly gonna like eek open as I just look at him holding two, just a blade in each hand, and both of them just unconscious on the floor, and I'm just gonna stare at him and nod, knowing that I can't actually respond in any way.
Yeah, I go to speak, and then I can't do it.
I'm gonna point towards the door, motioning for us to leave.
Yeah, we get out there and run to unconscious.
Whoa, no, wait! Before we leave, I want to grab his key.
Okay, you grab his key.
Yeah, close the door, lock it, and then we run to go save the man who's supposed to be teleporting him.
Yes. As you walk outside, Kohen is just on a smoke on the ground, unconscious. So, what are you doing?
Somewhere, our cleric is observing us.
Kohen, are you okay?
He doesn't respond. As Agar approaches you, Zoe, he goes like, "That guy, is he a villain? Should I arrest him?"
No, we were role playing from our TNT game.
Your TNT game?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Trenches and Trashghouls.
you play Trenches and Trashghouls too?
Yeah, he was showing me, and this was our favorite moment, except I accidentally hurt him too hard.
But then, well, if you guys would like to play, I am playing a level 20 Doomstalker Ranger named Salatrox the Unbeaten. Can I play?
You'll have to ask our trench master.
And in that moment, Lance and Eustace appear. And sorry, as this happening, roll me a DC 10 deception check.
DC 10 perception.
Deception.
Deception.
Yeah.
Hey.
He's like, well, I mean, yeah, who's your trench master?
Karen.
I haven't had the pleasure, no.
Well, maybe I'll introduce you one day, but not tonight.
Oh, I see. Well, think about it. I would love to play. And he kind of turns around like, all right, everybody, show's over. Show's over. It's just a bunch of LARPers.
I look at Zoe. What did I say?
I'm sorry, I didn't go too hard.
Look at my conscious on the floor. I guess he's not dead.
I rummaged through his pockets for a healing potion.
You're fine.
We're not burning one of our healing potions.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You fuckers.
He signed himself up for this.
I feed him his own healing potion.
He opens his eyes and goes, "Where am I? What happened?"
I look at Zoe.
Uh, you won, Kohen.
I don't feel like I won.
When it's like that sometimes.
You need
Alright.
to be fast because we're running out of time.
Where is he? He's in his room.
He's locked in the room. You can teleport him through the window.
He stands up pretty. You see that he has like a limp walk to him as he walks towards the corner. He looks at the second floor and then he sees Leon standing up and he goes, "All right," and he uses subtle spell to vortex warp him into the room where you are, Varuna. And then Koe goes, "I think I'm gonna sit this one out, guys. I feel the next week." He sits down and grabs his water skin as he's shaking.
I lead into Zoe. This guy got like the nickname of like Butcher.
Maybe he's rusty.
Yeah,
Out of practice, you know.
yeah, a little bit. Alright, well, it's up to Varuna now.
Varuna.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to do a bit of RP that I needed to do that made this so much easier.
Varuna.
Could I,
you-
could I,
uh-huh.
yeah, could
Yeah.
I say that on the way out, I put the letters in the guy's like jacket so that when he gets TP'd over, Varuna could see the evidence that I compiled against him so she can question him.
That sounds a
Um,
lot easy.
Yes, if you roll me a luck dice.
Alright, playing with fate. I will...
I'm going to need a small recap of like what I am receiving because I was troubleshooting a
Motherfucker.
major technical difficulty there for a hot minute.
Yeah. I'll let Lance fill you in.
Okay.
As he puts some notes inside of a guard, he's teleported in front of you with some notes inside of him. What does Varuna knows, Lance?
So I believe that the notes entailed that our perpetrator here, Liam, was sending messages saying that one of the he had like pinpointed someone from an adventuring party that is either of interest to him or like is a part of their group. And there's also a letter discussing like a meetup point for them to get together in like some area. I think it's underground. I think it's said from what I remember.
Mm-hmm. I remember the underground tunnel part. He didn't mention anything about Lance in that case. I found him doesn't mean Lance.
You know, that's the kind of question you ask.
As
All right.
you, Varuna, Liam is unconscious on the ground in front of you. What do you do?
Let's see here. In this room, what do I have to work with?
You see there is a bunch of like, just like simple chairs people have, to use, during construction. They need a place to sit.
Mm-hmm.
You see a bunch of like boards, construction materials, sacks of cement type. I think it's called mortar in English.
Mm-hmm.
And just overall construction working type stuff.
Okay. So I have a question. Prestidigitation does not require concentration, but what is its
It does
time
not.
frame? Because I am not seeing a time on that either.
It is an immediate action, so it happened in the same time as you cast it, depending on what you want to do with prestidigitation. What's your plan?
Okay, cool. So, There's no question about it. I'll be able to pick this dude up, but
Yeah.
let's see here. I should have rope in my backpack. Do I not? That's so stupid. I don't know how the frick I don't, but okay. He's gonna. I guess she's gonna set him on a freaking chair then. Whoopty fucking poop.
Alright.
And she's obviously gonna she's gonna check him over, make sure he doesn't have any weapons or anything on him, which means she's going to find la letter and
Yeah.
read it, obviously.
Yeah. You find a dagger on his pocket.
Oh wait, I got something better than fucking rope.
Huh?
I have restraints, metal restraints. I have shackles.
Why do you have shackles, dude?
I've had shackles
Okay.
for a long time. Remember, I named them good time givers, and you laughed about it.
Oh, it's because
You're lucky that Eustace is
You-
never walking into this scene.
you pull out the good time givers. Out of your bag.
She's gonna pin his arms behind him. Like, sitting on the chair, his arms are, like, around the back of the chair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's going to lock his hands up, first of all. And then check him over and find the letter, da-da-da. And then, I assume he's not awake yet.
No, he's unconscious. He's at 0 hit points.
Alrighty, brew. Well, here's what she's gonna do. She's going to cast Prestidigitation, first of all. And what she's going to do with this is she is going to see clean or soil. Does soil just count for like dirt, or could it be anything that quote unquote dirties an object, or say a room?
It could be. It could be. Just let me know what you're thinking.
How about blood?
I sure.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, sure. Why? Like, you can precipitate some blood-like liquid, I guess.
All right, fucking dope. In that case, she's going to use Prestidigitation to make it look like what's the ground? Is it wood or concrete or brick or?
It's brick.
3 stories up. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, magical brick.
That's fucking crazy. Well, the brick under him is going to look blood-soaked. So is the front of her dress.
Okay.
And she is going to... Fuck, she doesn't have a dagger. Damn it. Fine, she's gonna...
I told you he had a dagger on him.
Oh, he had a dagger on him. I missed that part. In that case, she's
Yeah.
gonna take that dagger. She's gonna wipe the dagger on her clothes to pick up the quote-unquote blood.
Okay.
So it looks like someone came before him and was killed. Or, you know,
Okay.
bad shit happened.
Okay.
After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Disguise Self to change my appearance.
Okay.
So now I look like I take on the appearance of a strong yet lithe man, very rugged, very like Weasley, nasty features, like I'm a fuck you up kind of appearance.
I'm gonna give you minor.
Okay. Marcus, I've never seen this side of you before.
There you go. You now look like that.
That's so fucking funny. Alright, what else preparation can I do? Let's see here. How long does Zone of Truth last?
A good while, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he lasts for like an hour, I think.
Alright, cool. In that
Yeah, that's
case,
a
I'm
while.
going to cast Zone of Truth next, obviously.
Oh, never mind. It lasts 10 minutes. But
10
it's still a while.
minutes? That's long enough. I'll
That's
just
a-
recast it.
It's a long time.
Zone of Truth next. And
Mm-hmm.
then...
Okay. Yo, you have him sucking blood. You have a dagger to your head. You have
Yep.
transformed yourself into a miner.
Yep.
Into a miner, and you have him shackled to to a chair,
Mhm.
right? You covered yourself in blood. How do you wake him up? That's the big question.
How do I wake him up?
Yep.
I guess I am going to. Let's see here. I can cast. What is it? Would Cure Wounds technically wake him up?
I mean, yeah, it will bring him back on hit points, and he'll
Because I don't.
wake up as you cast.
Hang on. Because
Uh-huh.
like Lesser Restoration doesn't equate for sleep, right?
No, he's
I
not
don't think
asleep.
so.
He's unconscious. Okay?
Unconscious.
So-
Okay. Then yeah,
yeah,
Cure Wounds.
He's unconscious. Okay, you cast Cure Wounds on him, and as healing magic, heals him up, you see his swelling on the side of his head begins to like getting reduced as he slowly opens his eyes. You see movement on the back of his hands as he's shackled. He slowly opens his eyes and goes, "Where am I?" He looks around. "What is going on? Who are you?"
A wicked smile splits this man's face as he looks down at poor little Liam. And with a breathy chuckle, he kind of twirls the dagger in his fingers and goes, "That's not important. What is important is the decision you make going forward on whether you walk out of this room or draw your last breath. I have some questions for you. And I
Questions?
highly suggest you answer them honestly. I'm a little curious. See. This. And he is gonna present the letter, kind of like dangle it in front of him. Has some
He goes,
interesting information.
"Hey, pal, listen. I don't know who you are, but attacking a member of the Night Spear Sentinel is punishable by death, okay? You still have a chance to play this cool. Let me go. I won't tell anyone, okay?"
Oh, no. See, when you wound up in this room, you entered my domain. You have no power here, you see. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this situation to begin with. Now, if you want to play the big game, and if you want to try and take control, I can take something from you instead. Fingers, toes, more important pieces, maybe. Eventually, you'll tell me what I want to know."
"Listen, friendo. You don't have what it takes, alright? You will not get anything out of me."
You know, the person who came before you said the same thing. Look down. You'll see how difficult they chose to be.
He looks at the pot of blood underneath him, his eyes widen, and goes, "Who are you?"
Like I said, that doesn't matter. I'm all for you making it difficult. This is fun for me. It's all up to you. I give you a choice. You make the decision, and I give you the consequences you choose. Now, about this note here. And he takes the dagger and he kind of like taps at it. "I'd like you to tell me everything you can about this. From what it sounds like, you have a good pocket full of cash to go back to. That's still possible, just for some information."
He has to roll wisdom saving throw for Son of Truth. It's a DC 15, so let's see how it does. You see that he goes, I know everything about that letter." "What?"
Oh, you mean the letter from literally where you lay your head? Oh, you're such a fool. He's gonna walk towards him and sort of walk around behind him, lean forward over his shoulder, and take the dagger and lay the blade across where his pinky knuckle is, where it meets his hand. And he's going to start pressing down and like sort of moving it back and forth to sort of slice the skin. "The more you play dumb, the further this goes."
Going on. Listen, I know exactly of... What is this magic? What have you done to me?
Keep it up, and I'll take your life instead. And he's gonna push down. He's gonna chop off his pinky.
Oh my god. Ah! You bastard! Oh. Okay, listen. You don't have to do this, okay? We can split the reward, like...
Have to. I want to. You're making this fun, but as much as I love to cause you pain like this, your screams are... Oh, they're scrumptious. I do still need that information. I can make it worse, if you want.
Oh, or you can come with me and you can work for us. Listen, we can really use someone like you. And no, we can work together. We can work it out, okay?
Oh, you fool. If I wanted money, then we wouldn't be here. Instead, I would just take what you have. But that's no fun. I don't work for people. People work for me. And no, I'm not interested in recruiting you. So, about that letter and what you actually know about it, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. He's gonna move over to the next finger over, his ring finger. Once more, start slicing very slowly and increasing his pressure. I want you to tell me every juicy detail. Or my shadow friend is going to start playing with fire next.
He says, okay, calm down. What do you want to know?
Start at the first sentence. I haven't gouged out your eyes yet, so you can see. And give me all the deets and receipts.
Okay, listen, I don't know a lot, okay? I just work for my boss, okay? He's a pretty big shot, all right? He's a noble, okay? He's a noble and he told me to do this, all right? I'm just following orders, okay?
You
I'm
know
just
enough
following
to write the
orders.
letter, and since you knew enough to write the letter, I expect for you to tell me why you did and what each of these things pertains to. You're starting to get on my nerves, and I'm losing my patience. He starts pressing harder on the finger.
Okay, listen. I work for him, okay? I don't have anything to do with the cultist, if that's what you're talking about. They have some business in the mountain, and they just needed someone to get them safely there, okay? And there are some people on it too, some guys from the guard. Okay, everybody's on Lord Solution payroll, okay? He's the one paying for this stuff, and he's working with some drifters for some reason. That's all that I know. Okay, I just follow orders when they arrive.
He kind of pauses, and he lifts up the dagger and trails it up the sentinel's arm and hovers at his neck, almost like he's thinking. Alright, that's a start. Good, you're learning. Now, what about this port down here? And he points to, like, the middle of the paper where the sentinel can see it. Tell me about this part.
Just to make sure I understand, you're pointing towards the part about the guy and his party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
He kind of like, he has his neck towards the left, kind of like trying to get as far away from the dagger as he can, and he looks to the corner eye of his nose. He says, okay, look, Lord Lucian is after a lot of people, okay? And that guy the one that I'm talking to about in the letter, he has a huge bounty on his head, okay? And hey, listen, we can split the reward, all right? I'll point you. No, better, you can take it, all right? I'll point you to where he is, and you can take him out and bring him to Lord Lucian, okay? In the Mirewoods, and he'll reward you handsomely. He'll make you worth your time.
I have a better idea. If you want to keep the rest of your fingers and the rest of that hand, give me the name of this adventurer and his party.
Okay. I don't know the name of his party or of his friends or anything. Okay? But he's looking for a guy named Lance, okay? He's a runaway. Alright? He left the operation. He's out of the thing. He wants him back. Alright? That's all that I know.
So what? This is some little lost puppy that ran off when it was supposed to perform a task. Is that what you're telling me?
Okay, listen. I think so. Alright? Lord Lucian has his own, like, group of drifters that he hangs around and they work for him and they do stuff for him. I just help him traffic some stuff, okay? Into the Silver Spire, into the researcher guys. And he just paid a lot of stuff and a lot of money to keep my mouth shut, and I don't know why he wants him, or what do they do? But he has a reward on him, and he's looking for some guys. As far as I'm aware, he's on the list.
He walks around to face the sentinel, trailing the dagger against his skin hard enough so that it cuts him. Until he stops and the tip is right at his Adam's apple. And tell me, since you know that this Lucian hangs out with a group of drifters, tell me about them.
Okay, listen. He during the war, okay? He just began supplying weapons, okay, and stuff. And everybody knows this. He got really rich off the thing. He made a lot of enemies, and he just made a personal guard, okay, of drifters. I don't know if Lance used to be a member of this thing or not. Last I saw him was a long time ago. We were working on some ruins, and he was just getting stuff for this lord, okay? And these guys are nasty people, all right? They're definitely not in the guild, and not members of the Sentinels. They're just his private army of drifters or some shit. That's all that I know.
And you're telling me all you know is that he hangs out with just a group of drifters. You don't even know what they look like.
I've never seen him. Oh, hey, look. There's some rumors, okay? There's some rumors. And he can, like, moves away from the dagger. I believe they work closely with the Thieves Guild. Okay? You can go to Avalanche and go to the Thieves Guild and ask yourself. Maybe they know more.
Give me a name in the Thieves Guild, then.
Okay.
And it better be a good one, or you're losing a foot. Can I recast it? Or does that require an auditory thing?
I think it requires an auditory thing. Yeah.
So if it requires an auditory thing, because I mean obviously she's gonna feel that it went down. What would it be? Is it like she has to say the name of it, or can it be like when she says "and you better tell the truth"? Like can that be the auditory trigger?
A verbal component of a spell is usually some sort of like incantation, and people are able to tell that it is required to cast a spell. So, unless you have some sort of skill or ability that allows you to like subtle it into your speech, he can tell that you're using the verbal somatic of a spell.
All right, we're just gonna coast then. Forget it.
He says, "Okay, listen. Those guys don't hang in. They don't talk about their names. Okay, but there is a guy. There is a guy. He has a connection with the Sentinels. Okay, his name is Flesh Arrow. That's how he goes by."
Now, before I say anything else, is there anything else on the note that like I'm missing?
It is up to you, Joe.
I say that because like it's hard for me to remember because I had to fix a lot of shit.
Sorry, bro. I
Okay, in that case,
cannot give
that's
you
okay
help like
enough.
that. All right.
All right, I guess that's good enough. I was hoping you'd put up more of a fight.
Okay. You got what you wanted. Can I go? I'll just go back to my thing. You won't hear, and nobody will know that this happened. Okay.
I suppose I made you a deal. And you upheld your part of the deal, unfortunately. Wouldn't be right of me to keep you and play with you anymore. So fine. Sleep.
So you cast sleep on him, and he just goes unconscious again. And I'm gonna say that by this time, your alter self would have run out.
Yep.
As the rest of the party arrives into the room.
Prestidigitation wears off too.
Yeah, you can predict yourself and clean yourself.
Yeah, and she takes back her fun time givers.
Damn it.
So,
Get what we need.
I got as much as he would give me.
Which was?
Well, information. Do we want Cohen here to overhear it or not?
I look across the street at sweating, like fucking completely out of it, Code.
Yeah, he's just like there, sitting, drinking out of his water ski.
I think he's been through enough today. Zoe really held up her part of the bargain.
Very well.
And you can tell, like, in her eyes, she's, like, somewhere else. Like, there's no shred of emotion on her face.
The best information I can give you is that there is a Lord Lucian who is responsible for being the coin purse in a lot of this. He is who is hiring he's hired Harlant. He is who this thug was writing to. And I don't think it'd be right to just tell you this in private, because we all need to know. For some reason, he's targeting you, Lance. Or I should say you are a target. In his note, Liam said something about I found him. Well, when I asked him about it, him is you.
Lance has been staring off into the distance for a little bit. And then he like kind of stumbles over to the side of the building and like barfs over the side.
Well, why are they looking for you, Lance?
He like stands wiping his mouth. Fuck. I I was his slave. And when I last saw him, I may have kind of fucked up his operation a little bit. And he is not to be messed with, so I think that after all this, the information that we gathered, we should just, kind of forget about it a little bit and, forget we ever saw it, even, maybe.
I don't
That's
think
not
that's much of an option here. If he's looking for you, he's going to continue looking for you. Which means it's not going to stop unless we do something about it. Liam said something about him having this group of drifters, like a guard or something. I don't know what that means, but you don't think it might be the group that we met. They don't seem like the guard or sorted variety to me.
Lucian,
Unless you would know something about that, Lance.
he has guards on the payroll, he has drifters like me who he enslaved, basically do whatever he wants. He has that power. It's not out of the question for him to be dealing with drifters. He just made us do all his dirty work.
In that case, if you really say that taking him on isn't worth it, then how do you expect us to move forward and not get caught again by him? This was too close.
I thought this was about the fucking cult, not...
The cults
No,
are
you
just pawns that conveniently he can use, apparently. They have their own motives, sure, but I don't think that they're at the root of all of this. I'm trying to see what our options are, Lance. I'm not seeing many of them.
Eustace,
I pull on his overalls.
Yeah, no.
is Lance in trouble?
He might be in a little bit of trouble.
I'm confused. What did he do?
For once, it sounds like nothing that was his fault.
He, I look towards Lance and Verna. Oh, whatever it is, I'll stop anything that tries to get to you.
Lance, I know you don't want to go back for obvious reasons, but she's right. We'll stick with you. This needs to be done, handled.
Oh, we're not going anywhere. That's for an absolute fact. No one's allowed to leave. Not again.
See, Lance's like hands are shaking a little bit.
Lance,
Guys,
you're not in this alone. We're not gonna let you be in this alone. It's not just you they're targeting. They might as well target all of us. We're all in this together.
I do know one thing from what I remember. I don't think he has a guard that could take on Zoe. Right? Guys, I appreciate the sentiment, and can we discuss this in the morning? I need some sleep.
Yeah, we can call it that. Bruna, you want to make sure Cohen can walk?
If that's what you all prefer. She's gonna walk away and go back to Cohen.
I'll see y'all in the morning.
Yeah.
Eustace, look away.
Zoe just stands there, looking at you with her cloak covering her entire body. Are you okay?
You know, Zoe. It's one of those situations where I don't know if it matters how many people are around to protect me. I still feel. I honestly just feel scared, okay? As he starts to slowly stroll like towards you. So you're the most powerful drifter I've ever met in my life. And the last thing I want ever is for Lucian to use that against you.
Here's what?
Your capabilities. You are strong, you're fast, honestly, completely unstoppable. Um, if he got to you like he got to me, I I don't even know what he could do.
Even if he gets to me, I have you guys. We're here for you. I don't really understand everything. I do know that I'll do what it takes for us to all stay together, like everyone has said.
Thanks, Zoe. I know you mean that. Guess the past always catches up to you, huh?
I guess.
I like kind of rustle her hair a little bit and start to walk off towards the tavern.
And I just
Slowly trail behind him.
And I'm gonna say, you guys all reconvene, go to the tavern. Varuna, you tell me that you want to put Liam back in his house, in the
Yeah. After
in the stable of kindness.
yeah, after she takes care of Kohen, she's gonna obviously, like, you know, she can't reattach the finger, but she can stop the bleeding and shit, and stick him back
Okay.
behind the house like she said she would, in stable condition, where he
Alright.
won't die at least.
Yeah, you just like put him back behind the manor you guys were in. As you all go back to the tavern, everybody, you take a long rest as we go into our break for the night. And then, Maruna, you can go ahead and buy the materials for potion making. I'm gonna say that all together, ingredients and stuff like that, you guys need to pay me somewhere in the realm of 5 gold.
Okay, I can do that.
Not too deep. Not deep cut, I think. And let's say, just for the sake of brevity, that Verona, you spend some time crafting potions. When I say you get your 5 potions ready, as you go. So here you are again.
Hi, Verona.
Yes, Zoe?
I saw something that I might want to buy, so I'll meet you with everyone after.
Oh, okay. I'll find you later then.
Yeah, good luck.
So,
And you said that I was able to craft the potion that he challenged me with?
Mhm.
Okay, sweet.
Well, Karen, I have both your moss and the potion that you gave me the recipe for and challenged me to make right here.
And she's gonna set them down on like the little desk thingy.
very well. He takes the moss. Yes. This will suffice for the coming months. Now, let's take a look at your potions. And you see that he grabs your potions and he runs some tests on them. And he says, well, it's clear you're in your first steps to becoming an alchemist, but you do have potential. Here, first things first. The payment for your quest. And he hands you some 10 gold per person, so that's 40 gold for your party.
Okay.
Well, it should be 50 because Kohen is riding alone. I'm gonna add some magic potions into the party's inventory. There's the party inventory. And he is going to add some normal potions of healing, you know, and one greater potion of healing.
Ooh.
And then he says, well, I do also have some potions to sell, but we can talk about that at a different time. In the meantime, about your progress as an alchemist, you may take this book with you, and you may add Karen's recipe book, Varuna.
Oh my god, big. Do I just add that as an item myself? Okay. I'll do that later.
Yeah, a full-on book filled with recipes that some of them you don't quite understand right now. He says, did you have all of the basics for you to start your training? Come to me when you're done practicing and doing all of the potions in this recipe book, and then we can continue moving to more advanced stuff.
Very well. I won't let you down.
She's gonna take it, put it in her bag.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yes?
About your friend. I was speaking to Tisalia, the fairy. Looks like you guys made quite an impression of the Fairy King. Regarding his condition, I thought she might be interested in this. And she hands you over this potion. I know I discouraged her from using her unarmed fighting style. But if she ever wants to use it, this should help. And she hands you over the potion of the magic fang.
Ooh.
Which gives you a +1 to bonus attack
Hell yeah.
and damage for 10 minutes.
That's fucking big.
Tell her she is a friend of the Fey Realms. So does every single one of your party. If I'll need Vex 100 again, I'll let you know.
I appreciate your assistance. Thank you. If push comes to shove, this will definitely come in handy.
Well, it has been a pleasure. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
With this book of recipes, I can't really think of a whole lot else that I can ask of you. Unless you're versed in the magic arts as well, other than simple potion making.
I'm afraid that's beyond my realm of understanding. All my life I live on Alchemist Island. That is all that I know.
As I thought. Thank you for your time.
She's gonna walk
Yours
back
as
out
well.
to find Zoe.
But you can like reconvene as you leave the outside streets. You find the other party, not inside of the city, but kind of like outside. You know, I'm gonna say that you guys meet here on the Broken Shore. where as you approach, you meet Melody and Rhythm. You guys arrived. Hey everyone, are you guys ready to leave?
I believe we're all prepared, yes. Unless there's something else that you would like to do, Eustace, Lance, Cohen. It'd be a rather inopportune time for it, if so.
Nope.
No.
I'm being like Moonfast.
Well,
For no
you heard
particular
them.
reason.
Sorry.
They say. Very well. Now, it is a tradition in Elshant that when an alliance is struck, both parties exchange party members. So, your leader gets to pick one of us, and that guy will join us on the travel until we reach that place, and they'll bring a locket of my hair, just in case you guys need to cast message. We expect you to do the same, if that's okay with you guys.
You mean sending?
Sending. Thank you.
I don't
I don't know how I know that, but
You're
That
quite
makes-
Melody says, she's super smart.
Do any of us know something?
Makes sense to me. I don't think any of us is in there. Unless you
No.
mean you can.
No.
Okay. Oh no, it's third level spell.
Yeah.
Wait, it was yeah.
And they say you guys talking about sending, and he says, "Oh, don't worry, we thought about you guys. You might not have it, so take this." And he puts this in your hand, Eustace. You see a stud. It's in the party inventory at the very, very bottom.
Okay. Also, when I said makes perfect sense, I lied. I want to insight him. Actually, I want to know if that's actually a fucking tradition.
Oh,
Usually comes in pair.
Oh, that's cool.
and you see that he's wearing one. As he hands you another one.
Seriously. I do actually want to see if that's an actual tradition.
You can
Well-
insight him.
While he makes an insight check, while we're here, we should probably like give out the potions and not leave them in the party inventory.
Yep.
We're gonna use
At 12?
where the fuck is this thing? The first time I remember to actually use this thing. And this way, I'll know if I insighted correctly, because I get the dice back if I fail. it's genius.
You will know that it is an enchanting tradition. Whenever an alliance is formed, it's kind of like some old type stuff. It's not like super recent. But yeah, you just know it's like old timey kind of stuff.
This guy's an old man. I stick out my hand and grab the stud, and I stick out my hand to shake it. I appreciate a man sticking to traditions.
Likewise. All right. Well, looking at you guys, who should I pick? You guys get to choose one of us to take with you, just to formalize the alliance. Of course, you cannot take me as I am the leader of my party, but you can go take Melody, Mikolo, and as you guys look at Melody, Mikolo shows up and he's pointing at himself, just hinting at like, pick me.
Literally anyone but Mikolo. I think.
Yeah, he'll have his nose too far up my ass to do anything.
Out of character, I have a preference, but in character, I don't know if I can judge.
who's your
then-
preference out of character?
Oh, I just wanted the angry boy with us.
What?
Well, in character, I want the green hair guy.
His name is Rava.
Yeah, I was
You guys wanna take Rava?
Well, I forgot his name, but yeah.
Sure.
I was leaning
All right,
towards-
Rava. They made their pick. Sorry, man. Bad luck, I guess.
What do you mean bad luck?
He says, it doesn't really fucking matter. I was tired of Mikulu anyways. Alright, I'll join you guys. And he comes up to Rhythm and he snatches a piece of his hair. Not caring for fashion. Rhythm was like, man, I could have done it myself.
I hope he grabbed it from the direct front. Just like pulled off a section of his bangs.
You got one of the bangs. Just took it, dude.
Be like a psycho.
Alright.
Well, who are you stealing from us then?
Kohen says, well, you guys are pretty close. I guess it would be okay for me to be the alliance part in this thing. If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
That's
Oh,
what
it's
you
a little,
please.
it's a little presumptuous. I think he's supposed to pick you.
Rhythm looks at you and says, yeah. I mean, and he kind of leaves aside. The girls wanted to take you, Zoe. But if you guys are so close together, you can come in. What's your name? Kohen. Oh. Okay, well, it's fine. It's not gonna matter. Here. And he hands him a dagger. And Kohen goes, whose hair should I take?
Well, I mean, if they don't want me with them, you guys can take me.
No, we want Zoe.
Zoe, you're staying with us.
I want
Rhythm
Zoe.
goes, well, if you want to come, Zoe, the girls really want to travel with you.
Get the Zoe off.
Zoe is staying in this party.
Alright. Looks like you're a very valuable asset, Zoe. I'm gonna push it. Alright, well,
Six a massive deep breath. Thank God Zoe's not leaving.
Kohen goes and says, okay, so whose hair then?
Here, she's gonna yank out a piece of hair from like the very back of her head and hand it to him. Don't lose it. I'm not giving you another one.
Understand. And he grabs a look at it, pokes at it, and walks to the other party. And then you guys see Rava goes to the back to pick up his things to join you guys. As Rhythm stands in front of you, he says, alright. The place that we are going for is a town called Marenice. Now, the guy who posted this is supposed to be some sort of noble. To be honest with you guys, we don't really care too much about rewards. We have other things in mind, so if you guys want to take it and get the reward, be my guest. You should meet a lord named Calum Bayer. Vire, however you say it. We'll wait for you guys outside. I'm not really fond of Marenice, to be honest.
And why might that be?
Well, it's really about Lord Calum. He's a jackass, okay? He's a douchebag. I don't know why he's still in power, but if I could avoid him, I want to avoid him. So we'll just wait outside of town, and whenever you guys are ready to go to the Bleeding Spire, let us know.
All right. She kind of narrows her eyes. If you say so.
All right, very well. In that case, take good care of Rava. He might be a bit rough on the edges, but he's a good guy.
I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Are you fucking there to talk about me like that, Rhythm? Sure, buddy. Alright, guys, have a nice travel. We'll see you there. And you guys see that their party all rise in Bell Streets. They don't have a wagon, and they just start making their way towards Marenice.
That's how we should be writing, but no, we have a fucking ram.
A beautiful
Hey,
ram.
Hey, one, we do a ramp as we should, and two, you have your own horse.
That's the best fucking ram I've ever seen. God damn.
Well, then you
I fucking slap a hand on Rava's shoulder. Yes, it is, isn't it?
I named her Bertha.
Forgot that's what you named.
Well, then you should be
Strong
fine
ass
riding
name.
with them.
Whatever place, it doesn't matter. As long as we get there.
Fucking bird. I love Bertha.
And as you don't remember, I named her Bertha.
I forgot for a minute. But
Forgot about Bertha? I slap her on the butt.
Oh my god.
it's like I just could never imagine Bertha, the name Bertha, without picturing exactly what this ram is. So it is a perfect name.
That's Big Bertha right there.
If you're all done flirting with an animal, it's time to go.
We ride.
We ride.
Glad I didn't break character and immediately make a joke there. It was so close.
Alrighty.
But the thing
And-
will be very unusable.
Where are we going, guys? To the map.
I thought you were asking us. Like, I swear we were. We said we were going to.
This motherfucker
Alright.
is trying to fast forward us and then is quizzing us. Yeah, I also thought I thought you said where are we going?
I turn around. I want to go back to Montanti Edge.
If this is gonna be a quiz, I'm going back home.
Alright.
La Navigator.
So here, if we go this way, we stay on land. But if we go this way, we go through water, which limits us to 3. But we still cover the same theoretical, like, we end up on the same tiles. So 1.
Oh, wait. No. You should start here. Sorry. That's
Oh.
my bad.
Okay.
Important
What the
point.
fuck?
What?
What the fuck just happened?
There's 2 parties. Okay.
Okay. So in that case, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, and is this considered water?
Yeah.
It is.
It's considered, yeah. So,
Is
but you
this
can reach
considered
there
Water?
next day. Both are. Yeah.
What the? Why can't I go in between? That's some bullshit. There's clearly land right here. Okay. And then 1, 2.
Two.
So that's
All right.
1 day and the middle or later half of the second.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, as you guys approach Marenice, it's kind of like towards dusk, but you notice something strange on the land. As you approach this land, you guys see how the entire city and the entire ecosystem of this place is covered in this red hue kind of place. As soon as you enter, you see that the light is being affected in a weird way by a fallow. And you're able to sense it. You're able to feel that something's off about this place. As you're you're on your wagon making your way. Suddenly, you guys see a group of what it seems to be guards. And you see them fighting a bunch of trash ghouls on their way here. Who are giving them a rough time. And as they land the ending shot, you guys see they can like take a sweat outside of their foreheads as they kind of like look around and see you guys making your way through town. It's in that moment when you guys see a trash ghoul abomination kind of like coming out of nowhere, and it looks like it's charging down the hill, a hill. And as it shows up, as quickly as that, you guys see a flash of light. You hear bladers, boom, and the whole thing falls and dies as you guys see and meet the following character. I'm gonna bring you guys to a forest style. What is this?
I look out the window like it's a
Yeah.
movie scene.
And as the corpse of the Trasgul abomination falls down in a single swoop, you guys meet this pretty old-looking fellow that just has like an axe on his back, and he says, "Well met, adventurers. Sorry if the whole thing looks a bit dangerous. My name's Sir Hermes, the Old Lion. I'm taking charge of the defense of this town. I hope you haven't run into that many troubles."
Well met, Sir Hermes. I am pleased to announce that our travels have been relatively peaceful.
That is good to know. That is good to know. If you keep going on that road, you'll reach the town. You'll be safe within the town city walls.
Much
Thank you,
appreciated.
sir.
Much appreciated. Thank you for the directions. And thank you for keeping
Of
us safe.
course. Not a problem. I'll probably be going there on my own pace, as I am the Phoenix Guard of the Duke. But if you need anything, you can find me at the castle.
I like your axe.
Thank you, young one. Hey, you're holding that big axe as well.
Yeah. I'm not very good with it though.
Perhaps all that you need is a bit of practice. Here, take a look at mine. And hands you over his axe. Zoe. It's in the party inventory. Well, here. He says, "Well, let me make it a bit more like yours." And you see that he invokes an incantation, and the axe doubles in sizes. As you see the White Lion Great Axe in the party inventory.
At least 500 pounds.
Wow. It's beautiful.
I'm glad to know you appreciate the work. It has been in the family for at least 200 years.
How do I get one like it?
Well, youngling, I will love to find a good successor if you're up to the challenge and you're looking into knightly hut, but it is a pretty difficult journey. I tried to convince my granddaughter, Katherine, to become my heir, but she is more of a kind soul. She just likes books and poetry and that kind of stuff. And she hasn't been the same since her father died. My son. But if you are interested in being a white lion, you're free to welcome to arrive in Marenice. We can see what you can do.
Oh, is that any stronger than my axe? Cause my axe feels like it's just as strong.
That might be the case, young one. But this right here, is God's steel. This type of weapon grows with its user. So, as you train and become stronger, the axe will respond in favor. Only if the god axe finds you as worthy of his power.
And where am I to find you guys again?
Just look at our home, Marenice. But we can talk later if you look for me at the castle. I have to take guards there anyways. An old man like me. Is that a skeleton?
Yeah.
Closer.
Okay. You be careful.
Of course. I might be old, but I still know how to fight properly. You're a good skeleton, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very well. Make sure not to get into any troubles, Mr. Skeleton. People here could get a little bit spooky with the recent monster attacks, so try to be very eloquent.
My papa always taught me to be.
Very well. Safe travels, guys! And as you guys take off, you see that he takes off as well in the same direction. At all man's space, he pulls out a cane and he just begins to walk.
But an inspiring man.
Do you not want a lift if we're going in the same direction?
Don't offend the man's pride.
He's walking. I mean, it's not.
You guys hear? Oh, you guys worry about me. I am quite fast for my age. He's not.
He's
For
doing
fucking
great.
for 900, like, still pretty
He
slow.
does. He doesn't look a day over 500.
How can you tell?
Oh, you get it with age.
Let's just go forward then.
Alright. And with sufficient time, you guys arrive at the walled city of Marenice. As you guys arrive, you're intercepted by a guard. Stop right there.
We're stopped.
Well, hi, handsome. How can we help you?
Yeah. There's a lot of monster attacks happening in town. And we heard there is some cultist activity in the area. You guys look pretty cultist to me.
She whips out her tags down. Well, you can rest assured that with us here, if anything, you're safer rather than the opposite. Here, take a peek. We're just adventurers passing through.
Sounds like something the cultist in disguise will say.
Well, aside from showing me my tag stat, I don't know how else I can prove it, really.
Fine. But I'll keep an eye on you guys. And he signals and the doors open. Tread carefully. We're not really fond of outsiders here. What a fucking asshole.
Every fucking guard, honestly. She's gonna tuck her tag stone away.
They're just doing their job.
They don't have to be such pricks about it.
I'll be
My
right.
mom read me a story of this world called Terramore, and the guards were super useless there.
What'd they do?
Nothing.
Makes sense.
Let me hear your word. Wasn't exactly a warm welcome.
Alright. What do we do next?
Rava, I meant to ask, you have any experience with the... I forget which was rhythm and which was melody.
Melody's a cleric, rhythm is a leader.
Thank you.
Eat.
You have any experience with the Lord? Rhythm didn't like that much.
Yeah. I fucking hate royalty. Fuck the government. Fuck the guard. Fuck the authority.
Well, in this group, Rava, we try to push each other outside of our comfort zones, try to work on things we're not good at. So, you want to try to talk to him?
Sure.
It can only go
Perfect.
little.
I feel like this is a bad idea.
Well, if he gets under my skin, I'm gonna fucking murder his ass. Fucking hate nobles, man.
Oh my god, this is why this is a bad idea. One of us with more people skills should be the one to talk to him.
Whoa. Let's not judge a man just because he has some temper issues. I'm sure he can handle it.
Eustace, he said he was going to kill him if he pisses him off, and everybody pisses him off that's in authority. Therefore, he's going to kill him.
We wouldn't want to judge people. Zoe is incredibly nice, and she kills a decent amount of people.
This is someone we don't need to kill.
No, I'm just saying, if Zoe is very nice and she kills people sometimes, he can be very mean and not kill anyone.
Oh my god. You see her take a very, very deep breath, and her jaw is like so tense right now.
Hey, if you're so worried about me killing this man, why don't you come with me then?
I can't believe that Eustace is signing me up for babysitting. Fine. That's exactly what I'll do. And a smile appears on her face again, but it's clearly forced. I'll go with you then, Rava.
Alright. We'll see what happens.
And he hands you the hair of Rhythm, Eustace.
Yeah. In case you need it.
Thank you. Best of luck, Rabbit. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Try
See what
best.
happens.
And I'm gonna set you to split off. And you guys go towards the castle. As Eustace Zoe lands, as you walk through the streets, you arrive at what looks to be like a town square, where you see a commotion is taking place, as a bunch of people are like talking and shouting on the streets. You guys hear kill him! Kill all of them! Those fucking cultists! Off with their heads now! And people are just beginning to shout and stuff. I swear I didn't do anything! I didn't do anything! I'm not a cultist!
Now, by Lord Viren's decree, anyone suspected of having cultist activity is meant to be hanged and executed on the spot. All of you folks,
And you guys see 5 people in the gallows.
have been found guilty. Now, say your prayers to the goddess of fire.
And you guys see he pulls out his great sword.
and he aims it towards the rope. As you guys are watching on the background. What do you guys do?
Should I stop them?
You can try. I probably should be standing next to you if you want to, though.
Yeah. I guess a walking skeleton does look like cultist activity, huh?
Yeah. You want to try, though? I can just step into the alleyway.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright. I'm gonna walk into the alleyway. Yeah, then leave. Can I just yell behind me? By the gods! She's gonna stop him. and, as I step into the alleyway.
Go
I
ahead,
was
Lance.
gonna
Sorry.
say, instead of pushing into the alleyway, Lance is gonna, like, kind of go into the crowd just so he can stay nearby.
Then I'm just gonna walk
Sorry,
up and take the shot from the guard. I was about
Okay.
to kill the guy.
Oh, so you're gonna just aim towards the guard and about to kill him. Okay. Describe to me what happens, Zoe. They have a name. I'll let you know. Have an armor class of 16.
No. So they're attacking the guy, right? They're gonna execute him.
Yeah, he's aiming his greatsword towards a piece of like rope that is gonna release the gallows and leave them hanging for them
Oh.
to. Yeah.
I'm gonna stand in front of the thing and just catch the greatsword with like 2 fingers.
You see the greatsword lands, and you just rush towards the gallows. As you stop, you hear a laudable gasp from the crowd. And the guard goes like, "What do you think you're doing?"
This man isn't part of the cult.
Hey, how do you know?
Well, do you even know what the name of the cult is?
Of course. Everybody knows what the name of the cult is.
Can you say it in front of everyone?
And they have been found guilty. Move out of the way, citizen.
What is the name of the cult?
He gets closer to you, Zoe. Listen. Alright, I'm gonna level with you. I'm just following orders here. Alright? If I don't kill these fucking guys, they're gonna kill me next.
I whisper. Do you even know what the name of the cult is?
I don't. Again, if I don't
Okay,
do this,
here, I'll save you the trouble. Everyone of Marenice. This man is not part of the cult. If you don't know, the cult that you guys are afraid of right now is called the Sisters. The Sisters of the Dark Song. And it seems like they have women only. So it would be weird for this guy to be part of the cult.
You see the audience like beginning to talk among themselves. There is like a group of people that go like, "Do you hear that? Yeah. Wait, how does she know so much about the cult? What is happening?" As people are beginning to gossip in between the public. So roll me a persuasion check.
I shout from the crowd. Wait, I think I heard that before. I think she's telling the truth. Yeah, does she get advantage?
You get advantage.
Don't worry.
They must be cult of worshippers. This is the reason why we're getting attacked. Now another commoner goes and says, "Hey, you guys, stop it right there. Those guys are in fault. They killed my father."
This puny man killed your father?
As you see, a bunch of like threats and just like panic people begin to talk on the streets. The Avalanche guard in front of you, so he goes and says, "Okay, listen. I don't want to really do this. Okay? It's a Friday. I shouldn't be doing this shit on a Friday. How about if we say that there is some sort of trial or some shit that Lord Viren wants to do, okay? And we just leave him here until we see what happens, and maybe that can calm the crowd."
I just think you're killing him based on nothing.
It's suspicions, right? These people are scared, and they want culprits.
And how about actually getting them instead of killing innocent citizens?
Well, if you're so interested in helping, sure.
I mean, I have to ask for Rhonda first.
Who's Veruna? It doesn't matter. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, look. I'm gonna say that you're gonna have some sort of investigator on this, okay? Spatial agent or something.
Well, I don't know if the people want him dead. And I don't know what we're supposed to do.
You guys hear, "Kill them! Kill them all! Off with their heads! Kill the cultists!"
I'm stepping
Sorry.
out the other way.
You're stepping out.
Yeah.
Oh, you step out of the other way, Eustace. What do you do?
I want to yell at top of my lungs. How dare you! Tell them all the cult's secrets. Stop that impressive warrior before she spoils all of our dastardly plans.
The whole crowd turns. The side guards look in your direction and say, "Wait, did they say something about dastardly plans? I knew it. The cult are in the town. Guards! Guards!" And we're gonna cut.
What? This is going so well actually. We did.
I leave
going
you
exactly
all.
as planned.
I leave you all for one scene. And
What do you
have
mean? We're doing the right thing.
Eustace, you have literally spurred an entire town to riot and chase you with pitchforks now.
Yeah, but at least they're not gonna kill this random guy.
No,
they're
they're
just gonna
killing
kill
you
me.
instead. God damn it.
They'll just kill me. That's fine.
All right. So, Varuna, you arrive at the castle, accompanied by Rava, where you guys meet a guard. Halt!
I was distracted by my son earlier. What's the exact reason for them going to the Lord again, please?
You guys send Rava to speak to the Lord about the quest that you guys are like,
Right.
you know, trying to get rewarded for the
Alright.
bleeding tower, as apparently the Lord is the one that submitted it.
Okay.
As the
cool.
guard, as you guys arrive at the castle, the guard goes like, "Hold right there. Oh, you're only allowed to enter the castle with permission."
Well, hopefully we found the right person. Is it your permission that we seek?
Me? No, just a castle guard. Tell me, what's your business? I can tell the message for you.
Rava here and I'm Veruna by the way, are hoping to earn an audience with the Lord in order to seek his permission to fulfill a quest that he has sent out.
I'm afraid the Lord is quite busy right now. He's not expecting any guests. Alright, listen here, you dumb fuck.
Rava, wait. Hang on. Sorry. My companion here is so eager to do the Lord's bidding. Hopefully maybe you can help us find a way to best facilitate this. You seem so capable, and you were the first to meet us. You're so responsible in your position. Maybe you can help us?
I mean, I am quite responsible. No. Roll me a persuasion check, Varuna.
Okay. Persuasion is right there. Eh?
I mean, for a lady like you, and yeah, I do give quite an impression. Maybe I can do something. What do you want? What do you want me to do?
Well, you say that the Lord is awfully busy. A capable man like yourself, I'm sure that you are aware of what he might have going on. Surely there's some kind of window in which we might be able to sneak in and speak to him for just a tiny, eensy-weensy little minute. Just enough to say that we would like to take his quest and then go about our business. We don't want to trespass on his lands or anything, after all. We only wish to help.
If you're here for his quest, then I guess you may come in. And the Lord Calum, he's having a party right now, a private one. Just try not to ruin the mood, okay?
Oh, of course not. It'll be lickety-split. It'll be so fast, it'll be like we never even intruded, I promise you.
Very well then. If somebody asks, you never spoke to me, okay?
Your words are as clear as a crystal spring.
Getting quick. He opens the castle gates for you to sneak.
She grabs Rava and she goes to move through.
What a fucking idiot.
Don't say that when he can hear you now.
Well, let's get this over with. Where is this fancy nobles or wherever?
You say that you've met him before, yes? Can you pick him out of a crowd?
Yeah, that fat fuck? Yeah, of course.
Well, perfect.
Well, let's see if we can hear some party noises. As you guys are walking, Varuna, give me a DC 12 perception check.
Okay. Oh.
As Rava is kind of like walking, Varuna, you spot on a nearby garden, on the courtyard of the castle, you see a girl, the blue eyes, blonde hair. She is like holding a book as her feet are dangling on the ground, and you notice that through her gaze, her mind is elsewhere, and you notice that even though she has the book open, it doesn't look like she's reading, and the pages, they stay the same. She's not moving through the pages.
Does she look important?
Well, she's well dressed. She has kind of like like a noble's kind of like attire to her. But she seems to just to be like a girl, on like some sort of sadness type mood, just like looking to the ground, lost in thought.
Rava, wait a moment. That girl. Maybe she's dressed like she's important. Maybe she's tied to the Lord. Maybe we can get information out of her about him potentially.
Sure, why not?
Here, wait here for just a moment. I'll be right back.
She's gonna walk over to her.
Yeah.
Quick question. Quick question.
Uh-huh.
So, what I'm wearing, would it look like I belong there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. I don't have to worry about that.
Okay. As you leave, you notice that some guards walk over where Rava is. The guards look at him and Rava goes like, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
Oh, god damn it.
Skip. And the guards just like give him an eye squint as you go and speak with this girl. You notice she's kind of like sit down, her feet dangling, and as that is going on, what do you say as you arrive?
She's gonna walk up to her and very softly, like in a soft voice, as if not to like startle her or try not to.
Penny for your thoughts, daydreamer.
What? Oh, hi there, miss. She stands up, removes dirt from her dress. Sorry. What can I do for you?
You seemed absent-minded, a little down. I hope everything's okay. I was walking by with my bodyguard over there, and I noticed you seemed a little down.
He looks behind you and says, yes, I was thinking about my dad, I guess a bit lost in thought. I was waiting for my grandpa to come back. Have you seen him?
Just off the name of Grandpa, I'm afraid not. Could you describe him to me, maybe?
Oh, of course. And she taps the front of her head. My name is Katherine the Marenice, and my grandpa's name's Hermes.
Oh, you're speaking of the older gentleman that we ran into on the way into town. Lovely old fella.
You saw him? How is he?
He seems to be as spry as a spring chicken. In perfect fighting form, in fact. He spoke very highly of you. It's nice to make your acquaintance, Catherine. I'm Veruna.
She does a courtesy. A pleasure to meet you. She grabs her hair. And she goes and says, I just get really worried about him, He leaves for weeks and sometimes afraid he will not return.
He does seem to be a very busy man, but I can assure you he seemed to be at the epitome of health, and as a cleric, I'm a quite good judge of that. He was in good spirits.
Really? And do you know if he's coming this way? Will he return tonight?
I can't say for absolute sure, since his plans might change, but there may be a chance.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope he does.
What brings you to this courtyard, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, I have to stay here while my grandpa works for, the Lord. He is a Phineas guard, He works for the king. and he got assigned here. All the other Phoenix guards went to... What is that name? It's a gate near Every.
Oh,
Apparently something really important is happening there.
Leviathan's Gate, you mean?
Yes, that's the one. They wanted old Phoenix Guard to go, but my grandpa is too old for it. So he stayed here.
Right. I think I remember hearing about that. Well, you can rest assured that when I last laid eyes on him, which was roughly a few hours ago or so, he was spick and span in the picture of health. He seemed excited to see you again.
He did?
From what I could tell, absolutely. Keep your faith.
I will. Thank you, miss. I really hope he stays this time to play with me.
Here's hoping. She gives her a chuckle and she gives her a little curtsy. Well, if that's all, then I will be on my way. I'm glad that I could lift your spirits at least a little bit.
Thank you, miss. What was... Varuna is your name?
Yes, my name is Varuna. My bodyguard over there, his name is Rava. If you can't find me, you'll probably be able to find him.
Rava. I'll remember it. Thank you.
Of course. And she's going to walk away.
So, did the little prick tell you anything?
Well, that was actually the granddaughter of Sir Hermes that we ran into outside of the town. So, no dirt on the Lord, unfortunately.
Oh, don't you worry. There's plenty of dirt where we're going.
Of that, I have no doubt. Courts always are steeped in corruption and disgustingness.
Yeah. Well, I found where they are. I spoke to those guys later. Sorry, moments ago. It's this way.
Perfect. Lead the way.
And you arrive here. And as you enter, Varuna, you see there is this like entire group of people kind of like eating in this place. You see this guy sitting in like a back chair, right? There's two women to his side, you know,
Mm-hmm.
as he's kind of like talking with a very posh looking Shaun goes to say, and that's when that person he there hunt on my forest. Can you believe the poor fella? Not even, I think 10 whiplashes were a punishment more than fair. Wouldn't you agree, Lord Kayamir? That's when you enter into the room, Varuna, and he says, oh, what do we have here?
Is it just me, or is Rava behind me?
Rava is behind you. He's looking at this guy,
Okay.
and you see he's pissed about him.
Fucking great. Shit. She's gonna give him a low curtsy, like one that you usually would give to like royalty and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Would I call him Lord Calum or Lord Veer? Or both?
Lord Veer
Lord
will
Veer.
be the most appropriate thing, yeah.
Okay. Lord Veer, I am pleasured to make your acquaintance. I apologize for barging in. Please forgive my rudeness. I am but a humble adventurer that heeds the call of the quest you put out for the Bloodless Spire.
No, by all means, my lady. Feel free to come in. Enjoy the pleasures of my home. Maybe my lands might not be in their greatest of states, but my castle always has all of the amenities for my guests. And I assume this young fellow that is looking at me is a member of your party.
You're most generous, sir. Yes, this is my companion, Rava. Forgive his expression. I'm afraid that is his natural countenance. He means no harm, I assure you.
It's okay. I can tell by his look that he's just a Pashani peasant. They all have this attitude to them. I went there once, you know. Lovely folk, although I mean, they don't share a love for culture like we do here in Avaland. Am I right, everyone? And you see the entire room erupts in laughter. You know, he's forgiven for his most animal of instincts.
Your benevolence is unmeasured, sir.
You
About
see,
that
you
question.
hear a fist clenching. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Just let me handle it. It's okay.
Alright, Rava. Count until 10. Yes. Well, you see, my young lady, there is a demon in our lands that now inhabits the bleeding spire. He used to belong to my family a long time ago. Always was this, cursed place. I would have turned it down myself if it weren't for the Fallow itself. The villagers are talking about a demon walking in the forest, working with cultists and demons. Of course, I already took the measures of, ruin away any cultist activity in my lands. And pretty soon, we'll put a stop to his plans, and I hope with your group or savage and non-so-savage friends, you can bring this demon down and bring my lands to justice. And peace, of course. And wealthiness.
Of course, a blight on your lands this cannot stand. We would be honored to take up the charge that you put before us.
Very well. In that case, tell your party they're welcome in my castle. If it will be okay, why don't they come here and enjoy on the banquet?
And in that moment, Varuna, the doors open as another guard enters.
My lord, we catch this thief outside. If you say. Yes, sire. He was stealing bread from your personal storage. Rats, all of them. Knows how the peasantry behaves. We need to keep a strong grip, otherwise this whole town will become a mess. He says, anyway, you know what to do. Up to the dungeon with him. Yes, my lord.
But sir, I just needed food for my newborn. We're just starving. The crops aren't growing. The fallow.
I have heard everything. There is no justification for stealing, boy. Make sure he loses a hand and learns his lesson. I'm sure a week in the dungeons will teach him something.
Yes, my lord.
I'm sorry for the, interruption. As I was saying, I would like to meet the rest of your lovely group. Will you fetch them for me, young lady?
I would be most honored to, sir. I have one question, though. Does that mean that we will have
Yes.
permission to come back in and none of your guards will stop us?
Well, of course. Anyone trying to stop you will go against my will, and my will is absolute.
Understood, sir. Thank you so much. In that case, I will be off and I will return post-haste with the rest of my companions.
Very well. We all shall be waiting. Marvin, you hear Rava as you're kind of like walking outside. Goes, I can still fucking kill him. Just give me the order. I throw one of my fucking javelins at his face.
As tempting as that is, we still need him alive for now, at least. Let's just grab the others and get this over as soon as we can. And that means that we can hit the road sooner and be away from all of this. And she shudders. Nobility.
Fine. Let's see what the others are up to. Guys, in the streets. Meanwhile, so Lance, you see the crowd erupt in anger, grabbing pitchforks and running after Eustace. As the guard of Omegalo says, well, that'll do it.
Oh.
God.
I was gonna say, well, we better make this quick then.
Can you release that man now?
Yes, fine. You got off the hook, lad. Better find a better place of hiding next time and keep a low profile. Yes, sir. I won't come into time. I'll stick to my farm. Thank you. And they collect their things and they just leave. What has become of this fucking town?
I don't know. Well, let's go save Eustace.
Yeah, you have a plan for that, Zoe?
They touch him, I kill him.
Yeah, that sounds like a Zoe plan. Alright, I'll figure it out as we go.
As you guys are running, hey! What are your names?
I ignore him.
Yeah, I was gonna
I was like, is this the time where we actually give our name?
Alright. So, Lance and Zoe, you go after Eustace. Eustace, you're being run by a crowd. I need you to give me some athletic checks.
I'm so good at these. We're gonna answer that.
Okay.
This feels like a situation where I probably should.
Could be, yeah.
Eustace is like, what are they gonna do? Kill me again?
Kill me?
Kill
Well.
me. Alright, you see that Eustace is bucking it. A whole crowd is running through the streets in his direction. Some of them are broken in sweat as they cannot keep up with him. But kind of like more of the youngish people are after him, tough looking, thugs looking like. There's probably like 20 or 15 people that are keeping pace with him. What do you guys do?
I first touch Zoe on the shoulders. We're like, Nectar's like, I know how fast you can get, so let's get you a bit faster. I can't Stratinus.
Sweet mother of God. She's gonna break the sound barrier.
I'm gonna use my Therian agility.
Yeah.
And then, I want to smash the floor in front of Eustace to make, to see if I can make like debris or dust or whatever.
Oh.
Oh.
Bit of a Hulk smash situation.
Yeah, we do a whole smash. Just to know how hard, roll me an athletic check.
Oh god.
So,
Catch the
I'm
Chris
out.
a magnitude 8 earthquake.
I use my
Well, thank God.
okay.
The lower
The-
roll might be better. We might have the city block alive.
They sound the
Alright.
war horns in the, as obviously as a
Oh.
war going on.
What the fuck?
So-
Whose background is that?
That's
Donna.
the wall. That's my.
So, Eustace, you arrive at kind of like a dead end where you see a wall that you're able to climb, but you know these guys are gonna get you. And at the moment you arrive there, you turn your back, you know, and in that moment, in front of you, Zoe just lands on the ground, smashes against it, and there's a shockwave. Okay, there's a shockwave. And what happens, Zoe?
Does it make like enough smoke to like cover him?
Yes, yes it does.
As like the smoke and debris like splashes everywhere, be like, climb over the wall now.
Alright. Thank you, Zoe. Let's climb up the wall.
As you climb up the wall, you guys hear the villagers. Can't see shit! Where do they go? Where's the cultist?
And then I'm gonna turn to them as Eustace escapes. I crushed him into dust.
Wait, that's actually really good.
Roll me a deception check with advantage.
There has to be white dust around. I mean,
That's actually really fucking good.
even if they don't believe it, what are they gonna do?
I guess I'll explode.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, even if she fails, but never mind.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I think that's accurate to be honest. I would believe her.
You see that the dust clears. Eustace is nowhere to be seen. No, not you. And so you see these villagers kind of like cleanse the dust out of their eyes, and they go like, "My God! Whoa, you did it! Wait, you're that girl in the gallows."
Yeah, I'm a Class A drifter.
She's
They'll go
learning.
like, they go like, "My gods! Then the legends are true. You guys are powerful. You came to save our city."
Yeah. But they were using the disguise of our ally, which looks like a skeleton, to deceive you guys.
I see. They're
They were
tricksy folk.
actually a stone golem. And
I
that's
see.
why the debris is rocks.
It's dumb golem. Of course. That makes sense. Guys, the local mines. Let's go. We'll
If you
catch
guys see the skeleton, do not be afraid. That's the real one.
skeleton. Of course, of course. The cultists will not use a skeleton because the skeleton. Alright, guys, spread the word. It will be too obvious, right?
Mhm.
Alright, guys. James, spread the word. The rest of us, to the mines! To the quarry, guys! And they take off.
Go ahead.
No, that was
Moments later, Lance, you see people running away from this place with determined faces as you reach where Zoe is.
He's like, his mouth is agape. He's like, guess things. Zoe, I've never been more proud of you than what I just witnessed you do. That was super impressive. Honestly. You used your brain and your brawn. Put it together to save him.
Well, I learned from you and Verona.
Class A drifter.
Oh, when she scratches her head. Not actually, but
Wait, where is Eustace though?
he climbed over the wall, so he should be on the other side.
Eustace?
All right, Eustace.
Yeah.
As you're waiting over the wall, I need you to roll something for me.
Okay, so there's lore on the other side of this wall.
This wall. I need you to roll me. I'm gonna do this privately.
I was not expecting this wall to be a major plot point.
Oof. That. Oh, something that you gotta do, Eustace.
Don't say
I
oof.
need. Eustace.
Oof is
I
bad.
need you to roll. Okay. It's a DC 20 perception check.
Oh. That's not an oof. That's just easy.
Yeah. As you're like waiting things to disperse, there is this moment when you're like, your back is against the wall and you're looking over the rooftops for some reason. And as you're looking at it, you see a flash of a shadow moving in the rooftops. And from the shape, you can clearly tell it's a person. But what catches your interest, Eustace, it is that it doesn't make any sound. Not a pebble, not a footstep, as something just moves across the roofs.
I'll say as I look towards the sky, I don my disguise, aka I take out a piece of cloth and I tie it around my face like a bandito mask.
Kohen?
I give Tim.
I look back down from the rooftops. What? No, it's me.
Oh, I thought you wanted to fight again.
We're definitely not doing that. But thank you for saving me, Zoe. I'm sure it won't be the last time.
You're welcome. I kinda started it anyways.
And
Probably-
in that
Probably
moment,
clean up each other's messes.
coming down the street, Varuna, you reach the
And she doesn't even. We didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Look, we're just been in this alleyway.
We literally waited, did not interact with a single person.
Hello, Verona. We have been standing here.
DM, did I see the mob at all, or am I completely unaware?
I think you will be completely unaware.
The mob was heading in the mine direction. You came from the castle.
Oh, I love this.
It's about time I found you guys. Why are you in this back alley? I figured you'd be somewhere like the tavern or somewhere with food, but this stinky place.
I was practicing my axe swing, so don't mind the debris over there.
Yeah. We're just keeping a low profile, So we can't practice on normal practice. Like she needs big rocks and floors.
I told you guys to not start anything. You're in here damaging property now?
Don't worry, the taxes will pay for it.
Base.
So base.
Base. Cinema.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the city is actually suspiciously empty at this hour, so no one's noticed us. But I did don a disguise just in case.
You just see her pinch the bridge of her nose and taking a deep breath. Well, Rava and I successfully talked to the Lord, and he would like to meet all of you before he gives his blessing for us to go to the Bleeding Spire.
Make them black fat fuck.
He is remarkably unpleasant, but he is a simpleton, and he is super easy to just compliment, and he'll just go along with what you say. Just play to his ego. Or, if you can't do that, like Rava, just let me talk.
Sorry, Eustace, I try.
I knew you two would do a great job. Good job, Rava.
Thanks.
She pinches the brow of her... she pinches her nose bridge again.
I knew Verona wouldn't let anything bad happen.
Well, if you three are done defacing property, let's head on that way before we get caught.
We would never get caught.
Pat Zoe in the back with a proud smile as we walk.
Alright. As you guys arrive at Viren Castle, a couple of hours have passed. And as you guys kind of like make it towards the entrance, you hear the sound of a cane.
Finally back.
I finally made it. Oh, you fellas. Looks like we arrive at the same time. Told you guys I haven't lost my speed with these years.
Oh, Sir Hermes. Have you been able to find your granddaughter yet, by chance?
The little cat? No. But I will sure to make her acquaintance as soon as I finish informing the Lord by Viren of what I saw in the forest.
I just met her earlier. A lovely granddaughter you have. She was certainly looking forward to seeing you again soon. She seems to miss you dearly.
Thank you. Well, the poor thing, I feel for her. She hasn't been able to make new friends here in this town. But I'll try to stick for another couple of days. She really needs company, you know.
I have no doubt that she would treasure your presence.
Very well. In that case, I am happy you spoke to her. If I could ask that you do it again more, another time. I have a lot of duties to complete, and the little lassie could use some company from time to time.
If I happen to see her again, I will certainly say hello. She's quite pleasant to be around.
Thank you. Well, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go and talk to the Lord.
Well, it seems we're going in the same direction then. My companions and I are also going to speak with him. We're accepting his quest to embark towards the Bleeding Spire.
Oh, in that case, come. And Rava says, "Now, Lord Hermes, I really want to fucking kill this man. If he gets under my nerves, I may get tempted. I'm gonna be real with you. Young fellow. Everyone wants to kill that man. But sadly, it's the way of the lure of the world. Nobility and lands and prestige. But hopefully when this is all over, I can just retire and go back to my village in Marenice." please keep your temper. I wouldn't like to draw my blade against you, young man. Fuck, I hate old people.
I think he just hates everyone.
I fucking love
As-
Rava so much.
As you arrive at
We can work
Eureka.
on that.
You're back. So, this is your party, lady.
Yes, Sir Vire, it is. I have retrieved them as requested.
Oh, and I see you made it back, the old lion and all. My liege, I encountered some monsters in the area, and yes, monsters, whatever. Listen, Lord Hermes, there is public disturbance outside my castle. I don't care about monsters for now. Please, go and stand watch in the entrance while I make the acquaintance of our new friends. Yes, my lord. Now, on to more important business. I am really glad to meet your party, my lady. I'm afraid I need a lot of help. That of the drifter nature. You'll see, there is a lot of family antiquities in the Bleeding Tower that I wish I could recover. And I would say it is the top priority of this mission if you can retrieve some family diamonds. Of course, I will make sure to pay you in kind.
We are here to serve, sir.
And I'm glad to hear it. Please, sit down. Most of my, court has already left for the night. As you guys arrive at like 8 p.m. Please sit.
Eustace, we're serving this guy.
Important question. Are you saying that loud enough for him to hear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we are. We're gonna try our best to be respectful.
Okay. He kind of looks.
Opulent.
Yeah. What does
Yeah.
that mean?
Whatever you were thinking.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh, please sit down. You must be tired from your journey, and please enjoy. We have pheasant, duck, chicken, anything you guys desire. The pastries should come in a couple of minutes, please. You're my guests.
You're most benevolent, sir. Zoe, Eustace, find a seat. Be nice.
I sit down and throw my hands up slightly. Not enough to be noticed.
Yeah. And as you guys sit down and you have like the food in front of you, you guys have kind of like a pretty not that meaningless, very meaningless conversation around the table. You know, he just likes to bolster about himself as that is going on. Guys, roll me a DC 14 perception check hearing.
Hearing, you say?
What? Whoa. Where did all my audio go?
You can't roll the perception.
Obviously,
DM is cheating.
It was a nat 1.
So, Eustace and Lance.
Shit. Oh, shit.
As you guys are enjoying the food, sorry,
There's a shit ton of food in front of you. You're just eating, you know? Extremely well seasoned. You're just enjoying what you have right in front of you. As in that moment, Lance and Eustace. You guys hear commotion outside. Suddenly, you guys hear metal being drawn outside and people begin to shout. Then suddenly, you guys hear a huge smash on the ground. As out of nothing, the doors of the castle open wide. You see on the other side, Sir Hermes lays wounded on the ground. You see a black figure holding a shoulder piece from him. He throws it to the side as he looks in the party's direction. He jumps as vulture-like wings spread from his back. He enters into the room. You notice he doesn't make a sound when his feet land on the ground. And as he shows up, he points a sword, a curved sword that looks ancient in design. And he looks towards Lord Viren and says, "Of course, when the weak rule, everyone suffers." As he points his blade, he looks at the entire party and he says, "Lay down your weapons. I have no quarrel with you, all drifters. I only came for him." You guys hear Lord Viren from the back. "The demon! The demon!" He stands up. "Drifters! The demon!"
Demon.
Say what you must, human. These will be your final words. Make them count. And he begins to walk across the entire hallway in your guys' direction.
Fuck, out of character, I kind of want to let him cook, dude.
I'm like trying to balance my in and out of character thoughts.
Fuck.
Are we supposed to protect him?
That's the
Quest
job.
giver, right?
Well,
No.
technically, we haven't taken the quest yet.
You decide what to do, Verona. If you want me to stand in his way, I will.
Do we stand to gain anything for protecting this noble?
You guys see Lord Viren notices your guys is like doubting. And he says, "Drifters, I'll give you lands, money and power. I'll present you to the king myself." Come on. You cannot take the side of this demon. He says, "Oh, demon. Only the weak are unable to recognize what they're against." He takes another step, soundless.
When the noble starts bartering, basically. You see Verena's expression completely fall, and her eyes go cold, and she just glares at him with a look of absolute disgust. You have nothing that I could possibly want. She leans back and crosses her arms, then looks up to question mark. Go ahead.
Mhm. And Lord Viren goes like, no, no! And he stands up and runs towards his back, where is like a hidden, like looking door. He pulls on a lever, and a door opens, a secret pathway. And in that moment, you guys see this guy takes his blade, and then all of the lights in the room disappear. Lord Byron stays in place, and he sheaths back his sword, and Lord Byron dies by 1,000 cuts. He puts his sword away, and he turns back towards the corridor. What do you guys do?
Myrna gets up. She scoffs. Like every other pig noble I've seen. She turns around and she starts walking towards Mr. Hermes.
You see that Hermes is really, really wounded. It looks like he tried to fight this guy. He's not dead, but unconscious. And the man in black says, "The old man's strong. Too bad his old age got the better of him. My business here is done. I'll return to the blood."
What's your name, Shadow?
He turns to you, Eustace, and he says, My name is Arathar, and I am a dark elf." And that's the end of our session.